truckers, drivers, and adventurers. I am the killer trucker, still in training. And we are in week number 4. I had to think about that for a moment. Week number 4. This is CDL week slash CDL practice week. Guess the practice would come before the test, unless you fail the test and there's practice. But anyway, so yeah, I have practice for today and for tomorrow before the actual test on Wednesday, which is going to be nay. I hope it's not nay. I hope it's a yay. Day number 3. So I'm not taking the bus this day because it's a half day. I'm going to be taking the van. So why don't you come along with me and we'll get down onto it. Okay, everyone, I am back after a half day. We pretty much were doing some practicing between 6 and 11. Really not as much practicing as I would have thought. We had a couple of trucks. There was 5 of us. Three. Three are testing tomorrow, and then me and the other guy are testing on Wednesday. And someone else from our group that tested this morning actually passed. And I found out from him that the road test, the actual path, is the exact same or pretty close to what we were practicing. So back to the one instructor that had said, I can neither confirm nor deny that question. But anyhow, it's like I said, it's going to be whatever it's going to be. If it is the same, great. Then the only thing I need to worry about is just random elements that happen to happen, and they do. Like there was that one car that wanted to, when I was trying to close that gap, or I was closing that gap, and that car wanted to get around me, and he couldn't. And then when he finally did, he came by and flipped us off. That one. Yeah, and there's been some other ones. So if it's the same path, great. Then all I need to worry about is just little random things happening here and there. But as far as skills, after we had the tractor and trailers coupled together, we worked on our pre-trip. I was with two of the other guys, and one was doing the pre-trip, and he's the one that's going to be testing tomorrow. One of the people that's testing tomorrow, and the other, me and the other guy that's testing on Wednesday, were walking along with him, and and seeing, kind of grading him as we went. And he missed maybe a couple of things, just minor things. It's not enough that it would have failed him, but I mean, he got everything else. So I think he'll be fine with the pre-trip. And then we tested our skills. I only got to do it twice. So the first time was with this really crappy tractor. I mean, this thing is bad. It's got a Cummins engine in it. Now, I don't know if a Cummins engine is good or bad or indifferent or whatever. It's not the one that we're going to be tested on, because it's like, it's designed all differently than I think the Freightliners have Detroit engines in it, I think is what they are, and those are the ones we'll be tested on. Yeah, but this thing, I don't know, the engine looks like it comes from a lawnmower or something. I mean, it's all painted orange, and I don't know, it looks ugly. But that tractor is a hunk of junk. Whenever you try to back with it and the wheels are turned all the way hard one direction or another, this tractor is like boof, 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 boof. I mean, it literally shakes. It's like do. I'm on one of the things that I was practicing my blindside parallel parking. I thought I was going to be thrown over into the passenger chair because it was like, boom. I mean, literally, it's that bad. I'm not exaggerating. It is that bad. And when you look at it from the outside, I don't know if it looks worse than it does sitting inside of it, but it looks pretty bad. I mean, the whole cab, the whole tractor does this. Okay, maybe not the whole tractor, but definitely the front part. It's, I guess the suspension is bad or something. The instructor that we were with is different. I've met him before. He was the one that drove us to the DMV when we did our written test for the when we got our permit. So that's where I first met him. But he's not he's not one of the instructors that I had tested, or not tested, but I've been trained by from past couple of weeks. This is a different person. He's a much older fellow, but very funny, very funny guy. But he told me that he really likes that tractor. I can't imagine. Well, okay, yeah, that's right. He said he liked it because it has a Cummins engine in it, and he said if you can do your skills with that, you'll be able to do it with one of these other ones that's much better. And yeah, I did the straight line backing with it, no problem. I did the offset, no problem with it, and I did the parallel parking with it. That one, because there's a lot of hard turns backing up, that really was shaking all over the place. I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to do it right, but I actually did. The funny thing is that when we came back from break, we swapped trucks and got better ones, and I went around and I did my skills with that one, and that one that one I didn't do so well. I did okay, but when I went to go do my straight line and come back, it wasn't perfectly, when I pulled through, it wasn't perfectly centered when I pulled through to do the backup. And when I was backing up, I was getting really close to the line over here on the left side. I think I would have made it, but he blew his whistle and said, okay, he didn't really say that, but he did this. And I'm like, okay. So I pull up just far enough, and then he had me back up. And then I did the offset. The offset was okay. I did okay with that one. He didn't need to help me on that one. And then when I did the parallel parking, I think I was a little too far away from that box, right? The parallel parking box. So you've got cone here, and a few this way, and then one here, one here, one here. And when I park, I got to come down like this, and then back in. I'll use my hand here. So you should be, I think, like a couple of feet away from these cones here, and I think I was a little bit further away than I should have been. But that wasn't the problem, because when I did all my steps the way they should have when I was backing in, the problem was when I started doing my final back, you're supposed to be looking for this white line in your mirror over here until it gets down to a point where it's just below the bottom of your trailer and right above the tire of your third axle. It's like right in that little niche right there. And mine got a little too low. I didn't think it was too low, but it was a little lower than what it should have been, which means my tire was too close to that line. So when I started doing my final turn, I wound up knocking over a cone. But you have to make mistakes like that so you can say, okay, I know where I shouldn't be, and I know, because sometimes you kind of like, you need to find the that middle ground to where, okay, I didn't do it enough, or I did it too much, and then it's just right, like the Three Little Bears. This porridge is too cold, this one's too hot, this one's just right. So just like that. But other than that, I was fine. So and I listened to the guy, and he respected the fact that he was talking to me and I was listening. And even though he was kind of hard to understand because of his accent, the guy's amazing. I thought he was Hispanic, but I think he's Asian. He looks Hispanic to me. But I saw he was showing a picture from his license, and he had like a Fu Manchu, I think, and he looked very Asian. He's a much older fellow. might be in his 70s or 80s, I'm not sure. But he knows 22 languages. He knows 22 languages. This guy's like a real Daniel Jackson from Stargate. I wouldn't be surprised if he knows gold and ancient, the language of the ancients. I mean, this guy's amazing. He is really amazing. And just full of experience and helpful things. So, remember I was telling you that when I pulled in for because I remember I have to go around the track, and then from there I pull in to go in between the cones for the straight line backing thing. And I'm going to put this here so you can see it. So the truck is coming this way, and I'm supposed to park, or not, I'm supposed to pull through, right? This over here is the offset. I'm supposed to come in and turn. Now, you basically have to treat this just as if you were on a road and you were making a right turn. You don't turn in like this, like a car. You would turn in just past it and then around and like that, which is what I thought I was doing. I thought, okay, I should be lining my shoulder up. When I look out the right mirror, I should be lining my shoulder up with the lane. And I'm looking like at the middle of the lane. That's not what he told me. He says I should be lining my shoulder up with this line, the line in between the two lanes, and then make that right turn and then come down like this. And he says, and I said, is that the same with actually making right turns on the road? And he said, yes. I'm like, that's the little thing that I needed to know. Because I pulled out what when I'm on the road, I pull out where I think it's far enough, then I make my turn. This completely helps. I thought I was just looking, out my shoulder to the lane before I was turning, but no, I should be looking for this. And so if I'm making a right turn and there's two lanes and there's a dotted line here, they're going one direction, not the group. Then I should be lining my shoulder up here and then turning into this lane and then back over here to close up that gap, right? Now, if it was just one lane, this is the double yellow line. You got traffic going this way, traffic going this way. And if you're in England, flip the video the other way or something. Anyway, then what I should be doing is coming out like this till my shoulder is lined up with this line right here, and then making my turn. Now, if there's a car right here, then that might make it a little difficult. I'll ask him tomorrow. But yeah, basically supposed to come in just like that. That really helped. That really helped me when he told me about that. So we weren't able to practice on the road, and I couldn't understand what he was trying to say about that. Something like you can't drive because of a 10-hour rule, or I don't understand, because it's not like there's the 10 or 11 hour, 14-hour. Is that what he's saying? Oh, I don't know. All I know is that we're not having to do any log sheets this week. But maybe that's why. Maybe because we're not doing log sheets, we can't drive. I don't know. I don't understand. But I wish we were able to do some road practicing, but apparently we can't. If I mess up on the road test, I'm hoping that I will get a chance to be able to fix whatever it was that I did wrong. But on the other hand, I can see why they want to focus on skills, because you remember you have to pass your pre-test, pre-trip, before you can do your skills, and you have to pass your skills before you can get to the road test. So it makes sense to me that they want to make sure that we get these skills down. Because if all we fail is the road test, then that's all they need to work on with us. It's just that. And then go back 2 days later and test again. So I get that. So why practice on the road test when we might need that extra time on the backing skill? But yeah, thought that was kind of cool. And there's really nothing much else that we really did. Like I said, we pretty much was there on the range from 6 to 11, and then like I said, I drove. Well, of course, I drove because I did a little video collage of that. But I was worried that one of my tires may have been flat by the time I went out to my vehicle. After I went shopping yesterday, I was on the freeway, and it was night, so it's not like I could really see what was on the road. I think you know where I'm going with this. There was something metal, some metal plate, I don't know, something, and some other car hit it, and then I hit it. And well, the van seemed fine when I got to the hotel last night, but this morning when I went into the van, and you may have seen it on the dash possibly from the recording that I did, but there's a little light with an exclamation point that was saying one of my tires was low, and it shows a top view of the van with the 4 tires, and one was just slightly lit, and that was the one where the tire had run over the metal plate or whatever it was that may have had an edge or something like that. So it was showing low pressure, and well, I made it to the Swift headquarters, no problem. And I thought it might have been flat when I finally went out to my van to come back to the hotel. It was fine, and I took soapy water and kind of poured it over there to see if I could see any bubbles. It's really hard to be able to get it in there because the frame of it is real close to the tire. I didn't see anything offhand, and I took it to one of those QT quick trip gas stations and got some air in the tire. It doesn't have a gauge, and I don't have a tire gauge. Yeah, I know, I'm a very prepared driver, right? So I was just kind of a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit there, as far as the air is concerned. And then I went into the inside of the van to take a look to see if the low pressure gauge had gone off. And then finally it went off, so I'm like, okay, good. So took it back to back here to the hotel, and we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. If it's showing that low tire pressure tomorrow, then there's a hole somewhere on that thing, and I'm gonna have to take that in tomorrow to get fixed tomorrow afternoon. So hopefully it's just a coincidence. But the only way I'm gonna know is to just fill it up like I did, and then see if it's low tomorrow. I don't want to waste my afternoon going to a tire shop when I may not have anything wrong with it. I figure I'll go out there early tomorrow. I can turn the gauges on the van and just see if it shows. Well, one, I'll look at the tire and see if it's flat. If it is, obviously I'm not going anywhere. Or check the gauges to see if that pressure warning comes on. Because if I go out there early enough, then if it's a problem, then I can just take the bus to Swift, and then I would when it's time to come back, I would just have to wait like an hour or something. So not really a huge deal. So I've got something that I think might help you folks. Since I couldn't take any photos or videos of the range, and I really couldn't give you a really good visual other than, you know, what I have laying around here as far as lanes and stuff like that, I have something that I think is going to help and give you a much better visual on what it is we're doing on the range and the stuff that I've been learning. So let's take a look at that. Okay, now let's go ahead and show you a visual representation of what it looks like to actually work on the range. Home, home, home on the range. So you're going to be learning, first of all, your straight line backing. So your vehicle's going to be in like this. You're going to have a little guy over here. He's going to be blowing his whistle, and he's going to say, "Hey, come straight forward." Now, this isn't to scale, so pretend that this is the parallel parking area. So pretend there's more this way. Or better yet, we'll just somehow, there we go. There. There, no problem. See? Now he can stand right there. Okay, or not, you know. Whatever works. Stand over there. So you're going to be taking the tractor and trailer. Okay, and these yellow things are the actual cones. So you're going to be taking it like this, and you're going to stop just like that. And then you're going to honk your horn, meep meep, and then you're going to back up. Now, if the trailer, let's put a little bit more center here. Oh no, we lost our trailer. You never thought I'd play with Legos on this series, did you? Or a non-Lego thing, if for that matter. Yeah. See, this is unlike any other. Does this thing open? Ooh, it does. It opens. I don't think it. There it goes. Yeah. All right. Anyway. Shut that door. Leave it shut. Anyhow. So you're going to honk your horn, meep meep, because you have to honk your horn to let everyone know you're backing up. And if you're backing up and your trailer is swinging this way, right, then what you need to do is you need to turn your wheels in that direction. So when you turn your wheels in that direction, what happens is this turns and it starts to back in the other direction. Then turn your wheels so they're straight. So you just make just little it's hard to back up with this thing because, oh, I guess it would help if I hook it up. There we go. So yeah, you just make small adjustments and you back it up. Just like so. It really wants to go somewhere. Okay. So, once you're done with straight line, they'll teach you how to do offset. I'm going to teach you how to do offset. Could be a guy, too. I'm going to tell you how to do offset, okay? All right. So, we'll move him over here. He's going to blow his whistle. And then you're going to come forward like this. And you're going to go up to that 140 yard line. 140 foot line, okay? And he's going to take a nap. So don't pay attention to these lines. Just they're gray, okay? You can't see them. So what you're going to do, this is your offset left. So you want to come over here to your offset left. So since you want to go this way, since you want your track to go this way, you're going to want to turn your wheel that way 1 full turn and 1/4. And what that will do, when you start backing up, it's going to move the trailer like this. Meet. Okay, and then you're going to line up the end of your trailer with the key cone, which is going to be right here in the center. And then you're going to you're going to do your straight line back just like this. You're going to keep on going. I'm going to try every time I back up, it wants to go somewhere. And then your lines here, you'll get out and look. Okay, so I'm going to get out and look. Okay, then you stand right here, or not. Stand right there, and you're going to look at these lines, and your mud flap should be just outside or just sort of kind of touching these lines. So once you see that, then you're going to go ahead and go back in. And you're going to, since you want your trailer to go this way, you need to turn your wheel this way. So you're going to make it a hard left. And then what that will do is your trailer, it'll go that way, and your trailer will start to back in like this. Now, once your wheels start to come inside the box, you are going to get out and look again. You're going to do your goal, right? Then you're going to stand right here, take a look at these here, and they should line up with your third axle right over here. Okay, so those should go over to your third axle. And then as long as you're good with that, you go back in and you start straightening things out. Or you back up, but as you're straightening, as you're turning your wheel and straightening it out, it's going to, oh no, I'm sorry. You want your trailer to go this way, so you're going to again make a hard turn that way, which is going to bring it like this as your trailer as your tractor starts to come around here. And in your mirrors, you should see your cones on this side and this side, and then you can back straight up. Now sometimes it doesn't work out that properly. Sometimes this is off like this, sometimes it's like this. So you'll need to use a pull-up to pull up, straighten out, and then back up. So whatever side that you need more space on, let's say you're here, right? You need more space on this side. So what you need to do is you need to turn your wheel in that direction. So you're going to turn your wheel in that direction, and you're going to pull up like this, and then you're going to make a hard turn the opposite direction like this. And then you're going to straighten it until it, until it straightens out, and then you start having these. This is kind of, like a rough model here, but are you getting the idea? All right, so now that you're done with that, let's go ahead and we'll put our parallel parking thing back here. Little guy's gonna blow his whistle. All right, he's gonna stand over here, and you are going to be taking the trailer, or the tractor and the trailer, keep it hooked up. You're going to be going off this direction, and you are going to go past the box here. You're going to go past the box. Hopefully I don't knock everything on the floor. All the way, just like that. Okay? Then you're going to get some V8, and I don't think there's a V8 in the engine. Anyway, you're going to back up. You're going to back up about this far. Yeah, right about here. So this cone is going to be back here along your tandems, right back here. Some right here. You need to be a little closer, and make sure that you're make sure you're still coupled. Okay, so right about, is this thing about to fall over? Kind of reminds me of some of the stuff that we have in the yard. Anyway, so yeah, right about there, right in this area. So then you're going to go ahead and you're going to, since you want your trailer to go this way, you're going to turn your wheel that way. So what that does is that, and you're going to turn it 1/4, or I'm sorry, 1 full turn and 1/4 this way, and that's going to turn. It's going to start backing you up, okay? And then your trailer, the edge of it, should line up with, imagine there's cones going all the way across, should line up with this cone right here. So when you do that, then you're going to turn around and you're going to do your straight back, just like this. And then you're going to keep an eye on this side over here. Okay, let's go ahead and move this around. Get you another view. So you're going to keep an eye on this side here. And as you're backing straight up, right, you're going to be looking for this cone over on this side to disappear from your convex mirror, or pretty close. Typically, this is going to get into your blind spot. Now, keep in mind, this is not to scale. It's also not coupled correctly. So pretend that maybe the cone is right over here instead. So we got a little bit more room. Or actually, there we go. That's a little better. So once this cone gets into your blind spot, or just barely comes out of view of your convex mirror, you're gonna get out and look. You're gonna do your goal. So you're gonna go ahead and come around here. All right, and you're gonna come over here, and you're gonna stick your arm out. Okay, you're gonna stick your arm out. Can't really do it so much on this little fellow, but you're gonna stick your arm out, and you gotta remember to stay inside the cone area. But your wrist should hit about right where you see where my wrist is at. I hope so. So just a little, like right here, or a little bit in here, is where the edge of your tractor should be. Then you'll come over here to the back, and you're going to check the angle of your trailer. So the edge of your trailer should come in right around here. And then when you look at this over here, where the cones are at, see, like I said, this is not to scale. It's probably should bring this, yeah, should probably bring this over here. But anyway, if you were to pretend that this was the line for the box, it should, well, there goes some of it. It should split your tandems. So the dual tires back here, the line would split it. All right, so you're going to get back in, and since you want your trailer to now go this way, you are going to turn your wheel hard right, which is going to make this, let's see, yeah, it's going to, whichever way you turn your wheel and back up, your tractor goes the other way. So you're going to turn hard right, which is going to make your tractor do this. And when you back in, it's going to start bringing it like this. And what you're looking for when you do that is in your mirror, you're going to be looking for the line that's right here, and your trailer, let's see, let's pretend you're looking in your mirror and you see your trailer, right, the edge of your trailer. Pretend it's this cloth right here. There's going to be a line, that white line, which is this right here. You're going to see it here. This is the edge of your trailer that you're seeing. You're going to see that line come like this. All right? Once it gets in right about here, this is just slightly underneath your trailer here, and then you'll see your third axle of your tractor down here. Once the line's going to come like this as you're backing up. Once it gets to about here, then you're going to turn your wheel hard hard the other direction. So whatever direction you had it before, turn the opposite direction all the way, and what that will do is that will bring you the rest of the way in. Now, if you need a little bit more room, so that way you can make sure that you clear the cones. Remember, we're moving this over here. Then you just readjust yourself, just back yourself up, and you can kind of wiggle your way in there. And there you go. That is the parallel parking. So that is the skills. That when you learn all three skills, that's what you wind up doing in week 3. You'll go straight line. You have to, when you do the straight line, you have to back all the way up. Okay, let's just pretend that this is the straight line part here. So you're going to come all the way up, and then you're going to back up all the way. If I didn't say that before, I apologize. You're going to go all the way past these cones, and then you're going to, well, that's your straight. Oh yeah, that's your straight. So as soon as you come all the way back here, you're done. Then you pull forward and you get ready for that offset. And then when you offset and come back here, and as soon as you're past here, you're good. So so you don't have to, I'm probably getting confusing now, but anyway, I hope that gives you a visual on what it's like to be on the range. Since I couldn't take any pictures or video or anything like that, now you get kind of an idea of what the training is like. Week 2, they teach you things individually. Like one day they'll teach you the straight line backing. The next day they'll teach you the offset left, and then you'll be over here. So then they'll have you do the offset right, which is basically the exact opposite. So then you wind up back over here. And then on the next day, you'll do your straight, you'll do your offset, and then you'll do the parallel parking. Or they may just set it up to where you just do the parallel parking. I can't remember now. And you'll do parallel parking to the blind side, and then they'll move the cones, and then you'll do it to the other side. And that's how that will work. And they'll teach you a 45-degree turn, which is not tested on, and they might do something else. But then in week 3, you're only practicing on what's going to be on the CDL test. So your straight line, and then your offset left, and then you pull forward, and then you do your parallel parking. There you go. I hope this helps. It's a crude model, but I hope this is better than some of the things that I was showing earlier with paper and phone cases and all that other stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. I hope you found that very helpful. Now don't go anywhere. I know we're getting close to the end of the video, but don't go anywhere. Don't be that person. Don't be that person, okay? Because here at the KILR Kommunity, we stay to the end of the video, right? Because it's not just any old ending. We kind of talk just a little bit. I don't know. But if you're new here, subscribe. Why not? Why not? Show your support. Show your support for the KILR television and the KILR community, and we'll be part of our KILR community. You know, hey, we'd love to have you a part of our wonderful KILR awesome community that we have here. And when you do that and you click that notification bell, you get notified of content that is uploaded to the channel, such as new episodes for this vlog series or the other series that I have on this channel. Yeah, guess what? It's not just trucking. Nah, this is just one little series for trucking. There's a whole bunch of other series that I have on this channel. A lot of them are gaming, but that's going to be changing. There's going to be other types of series for entertainment and music. There's going to be a variety of different stuff that's going to be on its way. Just right now, things are kind of on hold as I'm going through the training and stuff with Swift. But once I get through that and I get my own truck, I'll be able to get back into some of that stuff. So if you're looking for a place that's got a variety of entertainment and not just one type of thing, hey, this is the place to be. Subscribe. Why not? And leave comments down below and what you think of the video and your experiences. If you've been in the trucking industry, or you know someone that's been in it, or maybe you're going through school right now, leave some comments. I'd love to hear from you. And of course, clicking that like button is always helpful. Helps out with that whole algorithm, YouTube thingamajigger. And then social media, that's a thing also. All that stuff is in the description field. So be sure to check out that description field. I have information there. I have very helpful information. So check that out. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow on the next episode of our Swift journey. Have a killer awesome trucking day.